In this lesson, we're going to finish off the first line. All lessons, you can check out the link below this video for that tune workshop. And this, let me just play and we'll get into where we're going to kind of tackle in and finish off this first line here. So that's where we ended lesson 2. So we're starting on this low G. We're going to go up to B by lifting the bottom 2 fingers of the bottom hand. And from there, we're going to get there with the G grace note, that low G to B. If you're not doing grace notes just yet, you can just lift up those bottom 2 fingers. If you're going to get there with that G grace note, top finger of the top hand has to lift first. And then you do your note transition and that top finger comes down after. And then from there we just go up one more note of the scale up to that C. And if you're doing no embellishments, that's how it's going to sound like. After that C, from the B to the C, we got to drop that pinky finger, remember, as we lift up one more finger. So we have outside 2 fingers down, middle 2 fingers up for that C. Then we lift the top finger up to the D. And if you're doing embellishments, so we're going to do a D throw from that C to D. We're going to get there with a D throw. So to get there with a D throw, we got to drop down to low G, drop those 2 fingers down. We do our grace note with the top finger of the bottom hand. And then we lift up to the C again, and then up to the D. And that's like the slow motion version, but again, that's practice it, repetition, and it's going to get quicker and quicker. So there's the D throw. So here's what we got so far for this wee little section. So we're not on that C, that second note in this little section. It's a short note. We're not on there very long before we're getting up to that D. And just so you hear where does this little section fit in the context of the tune, let me just play for you that first line again. So there's the part we just worked on. And that's the last little bit we're going to tackle, and then you got the first line. If these lessons have been helpful, if you're enjoying Road to the Owls, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or subscribing. And again, the link to all the lessons is below the video, so you can check that out too if you want to keep learning this tune. So we've gone the low G, we've gone up to D. From there, we're going to go up to E, so we're going to drop down those 3 fingers of the bottom hand, drop down, we lift up the ring finger of the top hand, and we lift up the pinky finger of the bottom hand. So that transition's a bit of a mouthful. So after that E, we're going up to the F. You can simply just raise up one finger to get there. Just raise up that one finger. Or you could get there with the G grace note. To get there with that G grace note, you just gotta lift up both fingers. In theory, that top finger should lift up a little bit sooner, but in any case, both fingers are going to come off the chanter, and then that top finger comes back on. And then from there, we're going to go up to the high A. So again, we're not on that F very long before we get to the high A. And that high A from F, I think we maybe even done that. Yes, we've done that once before in this tune. So high A to F, we're going to drop down the ring finger of the top hand. We're lifting up the top finger and we're lifting the thumb off the back of the chanter as well. And then from there, we're going down to E. And we're doing a doubling on that E. And we can't really do the first grace note of that doubling because we're on the high A already. So we're just simply dropping down the thumb and the top two fingers. And then we're doing a grace note with the middle finger of the top hand. And if you're not doing embellishments yet, that's okay. This is what this little section will sound like without embellishments. And with embellishments, this is what we got so far. And you'll hear that last little one I added is just a strike with the bottom finger of the top hand. Cover the hole, come right back up again. You just strike down, just boom, on, off, boom, on, off. So boom, cover the hole and you're up again. That's a strike, and that's just to separate quickly, a quick separation between two E's in a row. And that's the last little embellishment for you. So I'll play through the full line of the tune, non-embellishments first, and then I'll do the embellished version, and I can't wait to see you in lesson 4. So here we go. And even the non-embellished version, to separate those two E's, we could just do that E strike. Not too difficult of an embellishment to add in, even if you're not working on a lot of embellishments right now. And for the embellished version, here we go. So can't wait to see you in lesson 4. And if you like this video, again, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know. And until next time, happy piping!